Hello guys, welcome to MercBenzKing. In today's video I will show you the full exterior, interior gadgets inside, outside, flat floor. So it is easy to sit in the center right here. This is the new Mercedes-Benz architecture and many models will follow based on this. So right here I have the key. It is a smaller key as you can see compared to the S-Class or C-Class. This is because there is no spare key inside, no metal key. So it is relatively small. So let's unlock it and pay attention to the front. Beautiful illumination. And it really is an eye catcher, especially from a distance. It has the one line that goes all the way through the front. And as you approach it, the car will automatically unlock. And yes, it has the folding in door handles. So let me lock it again. Step back as we have a beautiful matte black finish. The CLA, the previous generation, was awarded the most beautiful looking coupe of all manufacturers. And now they created this new model. And let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of it? Does it still have the sexiness, the level that it had before? Here it says CLA 350, and that basically means it has two motors, one in the front and one in the rear. And it is relatively fast. I took it on the road for many kilometers. And in this video I will of course tell you what I think about the driving experience. From the side profile here in real life I find it very attractive, especially the chrome part around the door handle. This is obviously an electric first, but very soon I will show you the combustion engine of this exact CLA. And yes, it will be completely the same, only with a petrol or diesel engine, probably as a hybrid. So cool is that in the new architecture the door will automatically open and close when you approach it. You can also turn this off in the system. Then upon entering we notice a lot of new gadgets. Also, the distribution of the interior is different. There it says Mercedes-Benz. And this is obviously a downside because of all the fingerprints. But you now have three large screens. This particular one does not have a screen. It has a Mercedes stars on the passenger side. But you can also have it as the same size screen as the center console. And what is new, the distribution, is that the center tunnel now has a gap underneath, so you can leave some luggage space or bags, more storage space basically. And now we have a full panoramic roof. This looks amazing, especially when it's rainy. You have these raindrops. And then of course there is also the downside that you can't open or close the roof. It is basically stuck like this, but still a lot of view from the rear seats. And besides that, talking about options and design, this one has a beautiful golden touch to it. At the entrance right here, beige contours around the floor mats, some more golden touch. And this now only has the seat adjustments. And then I was thinking, like, where is the memory seats, where is the heated seats? But it does have it inside the system, not anymore as physical buttons over here. And this is to give it a more clean look. But to be honest, I really prefer the physical buttons on the side. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? I will show you the options later on at the center console. The seats are very comfortable. You even have massage seat also installed in the system. And when driving these kilometers, I used the trunk area of course. But what I really didn't realize, actually I forgot about it, is that we have the Frunk. And that is the button right here. You just have to pull it twice. And right here we have another 100 liters of storage space. So you can basically put a trolley in, the one that you fly around with, the hand luggage. And then you obviously have a lot of volume to carry with you. So let me pull this down. Beautiful color in matte finish. And then I will show you also the trunk side. The B pillar is not part of this window, so you can basically fully open it. And then I will show you the trunk side. You can carry at least 3 of these hand luggages. There's also some space over here. Just amazing, guys. That is very good in terms of practicality. I do like the lights. It is really an eye catcher also for the rear. And the funny thing is that it opens and closes constantly when you approach it or when you walk a little bit further away. Because of the door size, it is impossible to put the window all the way down. And that is because you see the swooping line over here, it only goes until there. On the side, beautiful lines that go all the way to the rear. And here is the charging connector for fast charging. And yes, this is definitely fast. It really depends, of course, on the architecture, on the charger that you use. But if it goes up to 300 or 400 kilowatts, then it will charge within 10 minutes at least 300 kilometers of range. That is insane. So you can charge it to 80% in around 25 minutes. So let's enter the all-new CLA, if it allows me to. Beautiful invitation with the lights. And now this changed. The steering wheel has different buttons compared to its predecessor. This is basically the newest steering wheel. The design is still similar, but right now you can only use these buttons over here to change the gauges in front of you. It used to be different. It used to be the way that with the right side you could change the center console screen, but this changed. So right now you can only operate the center console screen not with a touchpad over here, but really with touchscreen. And that is kind of a downside, since you have to put your arm all the way to the front to operate it. But if you touch it, it is really fast and smooth. And then let me demonstrate that when you open the rear window, first you have to press rear and then open it, that it doesn't open all the way. It stops right there. And that has to do with the door architecture that I explained to you earlier. Beautiful panoramic sky. That is definitely a plus point. And there is also an option to have the Mercedes stars over here with different levels. Definitely in the shooting brake. Then over here the center console, the dashboard is almost fully with displays. This is an optional screen that you can have over there. Then we have the webcam, and what I don't really like is the facial recognition that is built next to it. But besides that, it is a very smooth system and definitely entertaining. So to operate the vehicle, there is no more real start button to press. Therefore we have the start button over here on the side. But you don't really need it. If you want to drive away, you just put your foot on the brake and put it down into drive. Twice. And then you can just take off. And you can basically open the door and it will turn off later on. And to be honest, you don't really need the rear window to open. And this is basically enough. But the rear window that it doesn't really open is like a design compensation. Then we have the head-up display over here. This is a larger one that we know from the previous generation. The new CLA carries, I would say, better materials. There are some things that I can't really get used to. For example, the hard plastic over here. but still this is very nice with the stitching. Also the seats are perfect, I wouldn't have it different. Then you can change this headrest forward or backwards. Over here we have some more storage space with a coin holder, some more charging cables, and there's also 2 USB-C connectivity slots over here, one on the other side, and wireless charging pad for your phone. So I push it only once and there it is already starting in drive. So we will take a short drive over here, and I can tell you in these hundreds of kilometers that I have driven the CLA, it is a special driving feeling. Special in the sense that you really notice the intelligence. It uses the recuperation continuously, and it used to have actually the pedals on the steering wheel to switch it from D- to D+, depending on how harsh you want the recuperation to be active. And if you push this one forward, that's the different style now, it goes into D automatic. So it will use its full intelligence system. If you want more recuperation, you just pull it towards you and it goes into D- or into D+ if you push it away. But let's leave it on automatic like this. And personally, I'm not a big fan of the driving comfort in an electric vehicle. And that all has to do with the recuperation, because I would like to drive in a comfort way, to be in a constant speed without having the feeling of acceleration or deceleration. In the electric, if a car comes in front of you, it will directly put on the recuperation system to decelerate. And of course you can also change the distance you want to have with cars in front of you to reduce this feeling. But for short trips in the city or just few hundred kilometers, it is definitely comfortable. This is the newest design of the Mercedes-Benz architecture, and many models will follow based on this experience with the screens, the webcam in the center, and its intelligence. Then we have the button over here that shows all its apps. You can play games, Angry Birds, open the YouTube or Disney Plus. You can also open the camera. So let's hit the parking button and then go to the side view, and this make sure you don't hit any of your rims. So let's press the parking button, and over here you can basically turn the vehicle around. Please engage the reverse gear. And let me just click on the highlighted button, drive out now. So it just indicates by itself, and that basically drives out of the parking spot. Fully automatic and pretty fast. There's a lot of AI because the full vehicle is with the new MBOS, the Mercedes-Benz operating system. And therefore you get a lot of intelligence. It really shows all the possible parking spots right here when reversing, also with 3D effect. And this is what the parking spots look like. The same goes for drive. If you put it into drive, it can basically park right there. So let's press on the one next to us. There it goes. It will fully park itself automatically. It will probably take this spot right here. And from the steering wheel you can see it is quick in deciding. But still you can intervene with the brake in case you think it is going too fast and it doesn't realize something. But right here we are in the center of the line. It stops the vehicle by putting the wheel a little bit to the side, but let's put it straight, and I will get out to show you the result. Amazing, guys. Right in the center of the parking spot. So thanks for watching MercBenzKing. I hope you liked the video with the all new CLA 354matic. I hope to see you guys next time in Austria, where we drive the new combustion engine of the CLA model. Bye bye, guys.